What's up, YouTube? Like and subscribe. I'm going to do a quick video on the specs of the van. So just going over some of the mechanical and everything that this van has to offer as far as specs wise. So start with electrical. On the outside of the van, it has the 4 solar panels on top. That's 400 watts of panels. We maxed out the roof space. We fit as many panels as you can possibly fit while also fitting the 2 MaxxAir fans. So yeah, 400 watts of power. That charges 5 Renogy batteries in the back, so that's 500 amp hours. That is the largest battery bank that Renogy can put together, so we're trying to max out that power. And then we have a 3000 watt inverter, which is larger than the power that you would get in your home. So it's going to power whatever you need in here. You can monitor and control that over here. This is your battery monitor. Try to keep it really simple. Usually just keep it on percentage. It tells you the percentage of your battery. We got 49% right now. That's actually pretty high for a 500 amp battery bank. That means that we have 2.5 batteries of power right now. So as far as those batteries, we have 3 ways to charge them. I went over the solar panels. That's one way to charge them. The other way is through the alternator. So anytime you're driving the van, it automatically charges those batteries. You shut off the van, it cuts that line, so you're never draining your front battery. There's no switches for that. That just works automatically. Super nice if you're traveling or driving. You don't have to worry about it. Your batteries are being charged. The other way is through the inverter. It's an inverter charger. So anytime you're parked at a home or an RV park, you can plug in the batteries and that'll start charging your batteries. That's not something we used to do. I really want these vans to be off-grid. I make them to be off-grid so that you can take them anywhere and just not worry about it. But I did get customer feedback that people wanted to get that little extra juice to power them, so we put that in there. It's that cord in the back. You just plug it into an outlet and your batteries will start charging. Let's go back over here to this little control panel on the wall. So that's your battery monitor screen. This one right here is just the on-off for that inverter, because inverters do use a little bit of power when they're on and not being used. You want to shut it off to conserve energy. And then we have our outlets. So there are 3 outlets in the van, or 4 of them actually. There's one on this wall. There's one on the wall over here by the kitchen. There's one that goes to the microwave behind the microwave. And then we have one in the back garage area just for convenience for when you're working in the back of the van. The other item over here, this is your Espar diesel heater. So the diesel heater is located below the driver or the passenger seat. And that plugs in directly to the Sprinter diesel tank. So just to make it very convenient and very usable, it's drawn from the same fuel the van uses, so you never have to like stop and refuel. As long as you have fuel in your tank, that heater is going to work. All right, let's go to the kitchen and just kind of go over what's here. So the sink, we have an extra deep sink. Just a user request that we had was to get a bigger sink, so we put that in. We have our sprayer faucet, another customer feedback to get a nicer faucet in. And then this one is super nice. This faucet goes to a water filter under the countertop, and that is for drinking water. So when you're out traveling and you're refilling with water, depending on where you're at, you'd never know the quality of water that you're getting. So it's really nice to have that filter in there. That way you always know that you're going to have fresh drinking water. We have the cooktop right here. This is an electric cooktop. It is an induction cooktop. So it's a really nice, efficient way to use power. Induction is just a little better than an electric range. It's a little more efficient and it'll boil your water really quickly. It's amazing how efficient these things work. On our wall here, just some of our other controls. We have just a mirror for convenience. This little timer switch right here is for the hot water. So we do have a 12-volt hot water heater under the bed, and we just have a timer for it. It's about a 4-gallon tank, and the reason we have a timer for it is because if it were on all the time, it would drain your batteries. So it just makes it a little more easier to use. Just if you know you're going to be using it, set that timer, and it'll be hot. It's an insulated tank, so it'll stay hot for up to a day for you to need, or when you need that. You have all your lighting controls over here. Dual zone, front and back lights are both on dimmers. And then we have our remote for the MaxxAir fans. Same remote for both of them, just depends on which one you point it at. And it's nice to have the remote, just a little more convenient than actually hitting the button on it if you're still in bed and you don't want to get up. It's nice to have that. Any more specs that we want to go over in here? We have the 2 switches for the porch lights, so you have outside lighting, switches directly at the lights. The couch, went over in the other video how the couch folds out to a bed, but I do just want to go over kind of the storage in the couch. We have these nice giant drawers down here. We always did have space that we put under the couch for storage, but this is the first time we've done drawers, just makes it a lot more easy to access. So we have both of those, and there's also still a little access to storage directly under the cushions as well. All right, I think that's good.